Hello and welcome to Action Theater Presents 1996's Broken Arrow. Deleted will be along shortly, but this should be a fun if you guys have not seen it. It's from 1996, starring John Travolta and Christian Slater. And the synopsis reads like this: co-star action thriller about a pilot to steal a nuclear warhead and hold it for ransom, and the man and one man who could try to stop it all. Uh, so yeah, this is directed by John Woo, starring John Travolta, Christian Slater, Samantha Mathis, Delroy Lindo, Bob Gruten, Frank Wally, Howie Long. Jack Thompson is also in it. Those are about the major stars. Anyway, we cannot show this to you here on YouTube. We cannot show this to you on YouTube because due to copyright law. Uh, but we do provide a screen room should be pinned right there at the top, and I'll say hello to a few of you. Words and pictures. Good to see you. Looking forward to this. Awesome. Hello, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Good to see you. Hello, JPRH1. You're at work. Can't join today, but just leaving a like. We appreciate that, JPRH1. And I will hope you go back maybe later and check this film out on if you have your own physical media or can find it somewhere on streaming. Um, but yeah, like I said, looks like Deleted's running a little bit late. I'm sure he'll arrive when he can. Um, so, all right, I guess we'll let me load up the screening room and we'll get underway here. I don't know how to stall longer. All right, yeah. For once again, follow along if you can on this at the screening room, right there. As much as we would love to show these to you here on YouTube, we are restricted by copyright law, and until it becomes public domain, which will probably be a long time. But anyway, we provide a screening room for you, and there it is, right there, and follow us over there, and we'll start the film. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Oops. You got 20th Century Fox logo. Oh, well, looks like it made it into the screening room deleted scenes. Your spot is still here. I forgot to check my Twitter. Sorry, man. There's a title card, Broken Arrow, where you have two main characters boxing it out in a boxing ring. It's got a great score too. Yeah, John Woo, delightful. Once again, happy birthday, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Hope you have a very good birthday today. He's talking about George Foreman and rope a dope or Muhammad Ali's rope a dope. Hands in good the score. Pretty damn good score too. Uppercut. Get you on your chin every time. We'll put you on your back. Directed by John Woo. There you go. $20 bet. It plays will that will play throughout the film between these two characters. Ah, he has arrived. Welcome. How you
Hello,
doing?
am I
Yeah,
on?
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Oh, fun with technology, folks.
As always.
D- deleted scenes here. Joining the show. Uh, uh, StreamYard is not allowing me to log on my laptop, so for right now, I've had to switch to my phone.
Oh no.
Yeah, I do want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Uh, Words and Pictures, Daniel Barry's Sports Highlights, and JPRPH1. Of course, this is, as I'm sure Bill has already explained, Broken Arrow from 1996.
Yep.
Basically, Die Hard with a stealth bomber.
And there's DJ Play Nice. Welcome, DJ Play
Hello.
Nice. Dropping by to say one of these days I'll learn Cosby and enjoy the movie. Especially a extension on your browser, web browser, that allows good people to share. Well, you can share movies together, play games on it. This Cosby's really cool. It's a good app website. Provides guys like me to provide a movie theater experience without the price of admission. I give you that for free. That's what I like to do.
Those of you who are watching on my channel, the Cosme link should be in the chat. It is not pinned to the top, but it should be in the chat.
Hail to the Padawannabe. There's a screening room again. Thanks, you guys. We are our timestamp is 10 minutes 27 seconds. We're basically just underway. I thought when this movie came out, it was pretty cool because kind the B-1 bomber was still kind of a hush hush. You don't talk about, don't hear about much, don't rarely see. So I thought it was cool that a movie was able to use it, and they had some huge cooperation with the U.S. United States Air Force. Park rangers don't have silencers. Yes, I don't want to be.
Of course, Samantha Mathis is Terry Carmichael is our resident park ranger. He's going to become part of the team of the good guys here. Kai Kiba.
Pull up. I think this could be problematic.
Of course, back to our villains who are waiting on the ground here. Now our heist begins. Zing! He just misses and gets ejected out of the airplane.
Uh, as I said before, the original score by Hans Zimmer is
Mhm.
nothing short of great. That's only a $40 million aircraft. And of course, it goes all the way to the Pentagon.
Of course, here we get our crew at the Pentagon. Of course, you might recognize, of course, Kurtwood Smith from That 70s Show and RoboCop. Frank Whaley from The Doors and Born on the 4th of July, Pulp Fiction. Jack Thompson from Breaker Morant. And Daniel Von Bargen, you might remember from Lord of Illusions, Philadelphia, Silence of the Lambs, among others. They pulled a pretty decent cast together for this movie.
Yep.
Mm. Prentice is interesting because when I saw this movie the first time, I thought he was going to turn out to be a bad guy or something. They were kind of setting his character up for a character turn later, you know. And of course, here's our Nest team. Vondi Curtis Hall, who we've seen in Die Hard 2, and of course Howie Long, former football player. We've seen in 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
And we did the other. I think we did the other John Woo film, Face Off,
Ah,
about
yeah,
a
yeah,
year
we
ago.
did.
Essentially, that was Broken Arrows.
Mhm. Roll credits.
Hail to Connie Clearly, the Bird Lady of YouTube, and a good supporter of both of the ladies in my channel. Hope you're doing well. No worries, Connie. Good to see you, as always. You know what's a scary fact? The fact that they even thought of testing that theory out of a nuclear bomb burning in jet fuel for 6 hours. That that thought alone is quite scary.
Well, just the terminology itself is scary. Like he
Yeah,
says, what's scarier, the fact that a nuclear weapon can disappear, or the fact that it happens so often that there's a term for it.
yeah. Beautiful exterior shots from Utah here.
Mhm. Of course, the motif of the $20 bill that changes hands a few times through the
Yeah,
film.
it's a ongoing thing throughout the film between the two characters.
This pump up the volume sequel is weird.
That was a pretty good film.
Indeed.
Bring a knife to a gunfight? You lose every time.
Hi, Kiba. Of course, the famous entrance. That's why.
He was one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
So he's got the $20 bill notifying that it is a chess game between the two of them.
This is something I had to admit I know nothing about. Endangered dirt. But apparently it is a thing.
I think it might be a made up thing. My wife.
In this movie, it's a thing anyway.
Yeah.
So the ruse is this way no one will go into the area and follow them because they think they have an exposed core.
It's radioactive to you, you boys and girls.
Yep.
There's a radiation. They think there's a radiation link. Yeah, there's pretty much quarantined off. He hears it. It just doesn't know where it's coming from. There goes one Ranger Park truck. I don't think it did much damage. In a pistol.
Damn it. Yeah, he kind of does in that picture, JP. And hello, thank you for being here. Words and pictures. $20 bill has Andrew Jackson on it. It rose to prominence as a military leader during the War of 1812, the country's first major conflict with Britain. Words and pictures also says seems relevant to the film plot of first nukes being stolen for a new type of war. Sharing command is never a good idea.
Oops. Maybe we made a mistake.
Putting the pieces together. Mm.
Our time stamp now is 43. Oh, wait. Little reminiscence of the last Indiana Jones here.
No, we don't. Splat. Not shooting at the thermonuclear weapons. Sorry, boss. And, we've made it to the mine. So it's going to be the next major sequence of the film. I do want to remind everyone who might be new to the show uh, that as much as we would like to, we cannot air the film live. If you are with us right now, you can follow along on Cosme. Cosme link is in both chats. If you are watching us later on, you can follow along with your own personal copy. I don't know if you can see me. Here's mine.
Yep.
So you can follow along with us in that manner. This is the Blu-ray, and I pretty standard bare bones. You can see that's the back right there. We're nearing about the halfway mark of the movie. And this is a movie that did get a lot of comparisons to Speed, and there are some definitely some things in common, very much pacing wise. This the one thing after another that keeps happening, and you have the two rivals in that case, of course, Keanu Reeves and Dennis Hopper. And the woman who's kind of stuck in the middle of everything, who's kind of the innocent, that kind of winds up ringside. And Samantha Mathis even called this the Sandra Bullock part. So, which it is. It is.
Hail to David Quintana. Welcome.
Oh, hey, Dave. Long time no see. And of course, this is the reveal that he had always planned to set one of the nukes off. Which was actually in the trailer for this movie. You do actually see the nuke go off. So you're like, oh, holy smokes,
And yes, David, we talked about that Face Off, another John Woo film, which we did like a year ago. We may have to revisit it at some point.
And I wouldn't mind actually doing some of his Hong Kong movies at some point.
This whole thing between Hale and Travolta's character is like the Foreman and fight the rope dope with Ali.
Hmm. And Deacon's whole plan really hinges on this guy doing everything he thinks he's going to do and is going to like fold and wimp out. And no, he doesn't, though. And that's the thing. He underestimates Hale.
Yeah, Hale, the U.S. last line of defense here,
Yeah.
the closest one anyway. David brings up a good point. Yes, similar to Archer versus Caster in from Face Off. Yep, the cat and mouse. Yep.
Well, he finally gets something wrong. Here's the chase to the mine. Start to get frustrated with these guys.
Oh, by the way, you're expendable, Thompson.
Haha, you've escaped. Like, oh, shit.
You're not getting out that way. That buddy is one crazy son of a bitch. me.
And for those of you following along on Cosme, Words and Pictures dropping some knowledge, he's got a still photo of the nuke, the prop nuke used in the film.
Looks like you might have to find that underground river.
So he is then.
I think they found the river. You're fired, Warden.
Yeah. Hmm. She buys this. No. Okay.
Hey, he's just telling a little white lie. I sense something. Something I haven't felt in. Listen, you smell something? Oh.
Well, it won't end well.
Our timestamp is currently 1 hour, 16 minutes, 51 seconds.
Buckle up, kids. Here's our third act train sequence. And another thing is how there always seem to be more of these guys because
Yeah.
of the guys we originally saw him with, only Howie Long is left, and now we kind of got this new bunch of guys here
Whole
that
line
have
of
shown up.
mercenaries, basically.
Yeah. And you got the bomb maker guy here, who, if he looks familiar, was in Bad Boys. I blow you, mother bitch, and then I blow you. It's the same guy. I don't recall asking. Okay. Fastest hammer in the West. Bam! Hammer time.
Sorry, Navy SEALs don't usually turn on their country.
No, not usually.
This film's pretty interesting. Interesting that handgun that Travolta has.
Hmm.
First gun that I've seen. It's like a Beretta that goes fully automatic.
Yeah, he's modified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raymond Cruz in an early role.
He's always a military guy.
Back then, yeah. Interception.
Mm-hmm.
Just for me too. I hate this part of it. Isn't his army here? Oh, poopy. Damn it, we rented an air ram and we're going to use it. 3 left. Cheese grater time. Her mother is Dr. Marcus from Star Trek 3. 2. Yeah, 2 and 3. But what? This wasn't part of the plan. Mm. Yeah. And cool. I'm still gonna kick your ass. He's getting a little woozy here.
Ooh, that's kind of sting.
Yeah, that's what you're fighting for, boys. This better take me in.
There you got it. Broken arrow. All right. We would like to consult the scrolls.
I shall consult the scrolls. All right. Broken Arrow was released February 9th, 1996. Estimated $50 million budget, going on to gross more than 150 worldwide. Let's see.
You're welcome, Padawan.
Yeah. Mm. Scroll down. This is a little different when I'm looking it up on my computer than on my phone, so bear with me a moment. Had to. Yeah, everything started working again, folks, right as the movie was finishing up, so bear with me here momentarily. All right.
Yes, you're welcome. Good to see you,
Hello,
David.
Lady Nurse.
Glad you enjoyed it.
All right. Details. Synopsis. All right. Hans Zimmer won the BMI Film Music Award that year. And the film itself was nominated for 3 MTV Movie Awards, including Best Fight, Best Action Sequence for the underground shootout and explosion, and John Travolta's Best Villain. All right. 22 filming locations, including Lee's Ferry, Marble Canyon in Arizona, Palmdale, California, Barstow, Beverly Hills, Denton, Montana, Glen Canyon National Recreational Area in Utah, Lake Powell, also in Utah, Lewiston and Livingston, Montana, Page, Arizona, San Bernardino and Santa Clarita, California, stages 14 and 15 at the 20th Century Fox Studios, 10201 Pico Boulevard, Century City, in Victorville, California. All right, on to the trivia. Director trademark. Verbal confrontation between opponents from opposite sides of a wall. Deakins and Hale talk to each other through a caved-in part of the mine. Oliver Wood was considered to be the film's director of photography, but he was unable to take the job due to a broken ankle he sustained while shooting Cutthroat Island. He was replaced by Peter Levy, who also replaced him on Cutthroat Island. Director John Woo later picked Wood to shoot his next film, Face Off. Director trademark, using 2 guns at the same time, as Riley Hale does inside the mine. Director trademark, unusual hand-to-hand weapons. On the train, Terry kicks the helicopter's tail rotor against Shepard's arm to knock him off balance. In another director trademark, Riley sees the reflection of Deakins pulling a gun on him in the cockpit. The phrase broken arrow is not actually used to refer to the theft, loss, or seizure of nuclear weapons or components from the U.S. That's known as an empty quiver. A broken arrow is defined by the CJCSI 3150.03b, a joint reporting structure event and incident reports at a U.S. nuclear weapon as a nuclear weapon accident that does not create the risk of a nuclear war. And of course, this is not the first time. This is not the only time that Christian Slater and Samantha Mathis have appeared together on film. The other 2 films are Pump Up the Volume and Fern Gully. The pistol used by Vic Deakins is a Beretta 93R 3rd generation model. In an interview on Parkinson, Halle Berry recalled that the producers turned her down for the role of Terry Carmichael And she claims they told her there are no black park rangers. Yeah, I'm not buying that one, folks. I'm sorry. Yeah. Jennifer Aniston was also considered for the role of Terry. Another director trademark, Mexican Standoff. Mexican Standoff twice, once between Terry and Hale when they first meet in Utah desert, and once more with Deakins and Kelly on the train. During the final few blows of the last fistfight, Hale is punching and kicking. Growls and roars of large cats can be heard. In the mine, the weapon that Deakins uses is a Ruger AC-556K. Christian Slater turned down a role in Assassins to work with director John Woo. As preparation for his role, he gave up smoking. Which, yeah, you should do. Trust me, it's more healthy that way. All right. To promote the film, the publicity unit sent sunglasses resembling the ones worn by John Travolta to media outlets. The sunglasses had the Broken Arrow logo printed on the lower left lens. The main characters in the film are wearing Breitling Aerospace watches with quartz movement and titanium casing. According to Trains magazine, the train chase was actually filmed on the short line Central Montana Rail, of which, of course, is not in Utah or Colorado. There is no real rail company called National Regional. All right. The deep, reverberant guitar solo and recurring musical cue was performed by Grammy Award winner Dwayne Eddy. Lauren Holly was considered for the role of Terry Carmichael, as was Helen Hunt, but she turned the film down in order to do Twister instead. All right. Just like John Woo's first U.S. movie, Hard Target, this film suffered from problems with recuts forced by studio interference and ratings problems caused by the MPAA. According to some sources, studio interference on this movie was even bigger than the one on Hard Target. The review of this movie on Siskel and Ebert represents the only time in history where Roger Ebert convinced Gene Siskel to change his mind about the final judgment of the film. Siskel originally gave this movie thumbs up, but after Ebert gave the movie thumbs down and explained his reasoning, Siskel decided to change his judgment to thumbs down. Siskel, on the other hand, had never successfully convinced Ebert to change his mind about a movie during an episode of their show, although Ebert had occasionally changed his own mind in print reviews. John Travolta and Delroy Lindo appeared together in Get Shorty the previous year. Both John Travolta and Christian Slater previously starred in Quentin Tarantino films, Slater in True Romance, Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Tarantino did not direct True Romance, but he wrote both. John Travolta and Frank Whaley appeared together in Pulp Fiction in the famous Big Kahuna burger scene. The film missed its original December 1995 release date when special effects works could not be completed on time. The film was released the following February. John Travolta formed a close friendship with John Woo while filming, and that led to him being cast in Face Off later on. John Woo's earlier cut came in at the 2-hour mark and featured more character development and more violence in the action scenes. Howie Long's character was originally supposed to be killed off earlier in the picture, but when Fox execs saw the dailies and liked his performance, his role was quickly expanded so he could be in the whole movie. He did all of his own stunts in the film. I don't think he did the last one. I'm not doing that unless that was they could have CG'd that, I guess. The plane is based on the B-2 Spirit bomber. The villain smokes American Spirit brand cigarettes. John Woo says he cast Samantha Mathis as Carmichael because she's not a scared girl needing protection. And he also cast Samantha Mathis and Christian Slater by putting photos of them together and deciding, yeah, they fit. They kind of do. I like them as a couple. Yeah. This is a secret sequel to pump up the volume. I'm telling you. Moving on. It was Travolta's idea to play Deacon's character as bigger than life. The armorer estimated over 60,000 rounds of ammo were fired while making the film. Christian Slater did almost all of his own stunts. Samantha Mathis asked friend Sandra Bullock on tips on doing action scenes. Bullock told her to hum the James Bond theme before every take. For their fight scenes, Christian Slater and John Travolta trained with former boxing champ Carlos Palomino. Most of the action sequences were shot on location and not on a studio set. Popular movie news website Ain't It Cool News got its name from the line in the movie. A portion of Hans Zimmer's score was also used in Scream 2. All right. Samantha Mathis was a huge fan of John Travolta and was nervous to work with him. Oh, and by the way, according to IMDb, they are confirming she and Christian Slater were once a couple, which you can kind of tell watching the movie. Moving on. Samantha Mathis dyed her hair red for the film. John Travolta and Samantha Mathis would later go on to work together in The Punisher, although they didn't share any scenes. In that film, Maria Castle, played by Mathis, is killed by the antagonist, played by Travolta. He kills her and don't even have a scene together. Damn it. All right. This film is not a remake of the Western of the same name, Broken Arrow. Clearly not.
Well, that might be something to look into for Western Cinema Presents.
Maybe.
Broken Arrow of the Western.
All right. Okay. There's still quite a few more, so I'll jump ahead here. All right. Originally, the studio hired director Dwight H. Little to direct the film, but had a decision to make as he was also offered Free Willy 2, The Adventure Home, in 1995. Little chose to do Free Willy 2 for Warner Brothers, figuring it would be highly successful like the original film. Fox then hired John Woo for the film since he was the perfect director for a film of this nature. In writing his score for this film, Oscar winner Hans Zimmer had sought to reinvent the action movie genre, as he'd done in 1989 with Black Rain, and hired legendary guitarist Dwayne Eddy to provide a unique sound in the vein of a Morricone-style Western score, and one that would also fit the film's frenetic pace. In the novelization based on Graham Yost's original script, Deakins was a much older man. When John Travolta signed on to star, the script was revised to fit his age and look. Okay. After the surprise success of Speed, Graham Yost's script for this film became a hot commodity, along with that of The Flood, which became Hard Rain in 1998 for Paramount, which, by the way, is going to be our film next week.
Yep.
And was optioned by 20th Century Fox. It was greenlit instantly by the studio once they were able to get Oscar nominee John Travolta to star. Travolta had become a bankable movie star again after the huge success of Pulp Fiction. Travolta was originally offered the part of Hale. After reading the script, he was more intrigued and excited by the part of Deakins, the character, but the buzz cut and signed on to play that part. Christian Slater was then signed to play Hale soon after. Critic Jeffrey Lyons at the time of the film, that's it. We speak good sometimes. Critic Jeffrey Lyons, at the time the film was released in February '96, criticized the film as planes, trains, and automobiles with exploding helicopters and just explosions. Eh, come on, folks, why not? Screenwriter William Wisher did an uncredited rewrite on the script, much as he did on the original Terminator. All right. Buckle up. This is a lengthy one, folks. Around the same time Broken Arrow was in production, there was another very similar action adventure thriller titled Sandblast in development. In early 1995, Eddie Murphy was signed on to star in that film due to him wanting to do more serious action movie role. The script for it was written by screenwriter Stephen Maida in 1993, and he sold it to Joel Silver, famous producer of many action hits, and Warner Brothers for $750,000. Described as both Die Hard and cliffhanger in a desert sandstorm, the plot of Sandblast would have been very similar to the plot of Broken Arrow. It was going to take place in the Iraqi desert after the Gulf War, and Murphy would play the lead role of an ex landmine expert and army specialist who has to help a group of U.S. commandos stop the team of traitorous Green Berets from tracking down lost nuclear warheads, which are somewhere in the desert wasteland, while dealing with deadly terrain, a huge sandstorm at the same time. Once Murphy quit the project due to scheduling conflicts and then went on to star in Metro in 1996, Wesley Snipes signed in to star in Sandblast for a paycheck of $10 million. Warner Brothers also wanted Jean Claude Van Damme to play the main villain, the leader of the Green Berets. But despite the studio already securing the budget, crew, and some of the cast for the film, there were many problems, like Snipes and Van Damme's last few films not being a box office success. Van Damme refusing to play the main villain, and also not liking that his character would get killed in the end by Snipes' character, and problems with not finding the right desert locations for the film, all of which caused Warner Brothers to cancel the film in 1996. John Travolta's character of Deakins takes off his uniform after he reveals himself to be a traitor because it was requested by the military. Deakins and Hale have never killed anyone face to face, since they are both pilots who never faced actual physical combat. Deakins kills Pritchett by slamming the flashlight at his throat, in which he says, "I've bombed people, but I've never killed anyone in person. I don't see what the big deal is." Hale kills Deacon's henchman, who is pointing a gun at both Terry and him on top of the freight train, in which, after Terry says, "That's a first," and Hale says, "That's a first for me, too." Hale later kills Kelly when he swings into Deacon's train car and slams into him, throwing him off the train while it's crossing the bridge and into the river below. When Deakins is sparring with Hale in the boxing ring, Deakins taunts him with many things, including the term rope-a-dope, which is from the historic Muhammad Ali, George Foreman fight in Zaire, as they say in the film. This would come to play many times in Graham Yost's script, as there are many misdirections within the film. Body count 28. 2 by Terry, 3 by Kelly, 6 by Deakins, 8 by Hale. There's many more, but we would be here all night. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. The scrolls are closed. Broken Arrow.
Cool. Yeah, as said before, we'll continue Christian Slater close out February with the Hard Rain and Morgan Freeman next week. Same time, same bat channels. And we have Western Cinema this Sunday. Winchester 73, 1950. Do hope you will join us for that. Uh, there might be some karaoke on Saturday night. That's about it. So, as always, be excellent to one another. Party on. We can't wait to see you on the next one.
And join me later on tonight for coming attractions, where you'll find out what I am going to be up to on my channel for the next week or so. That will be directly after Thursday Things on Nutters Network. As soon as that program is over, come right back over to my channel and get the 411 on what's coming up. I do want to thank everyone that joined us in the chat today. Lady Mist, Connie Cleary, Padawannabe, let's see, David Quintana, Words and Pictures, JPRPH1, DJ Play Nice, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, and everyone that might have been lurking in the background, which is quite all right. You do not have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoyed the show. Hit the like, share out the stream, subscribe to both Bill's channel and mine, and of course, memberships are available, so please do.
And leave comments if you can. We like
Yes,
comments.
please.
Give suggestions, maybe. Any comments you can.
And of course, once again, remember that due to YouTube guidelines, we were unable to air the movie live. You would have to follow along on Cosme. If you missed this live, please use your own copy. Sync up along with your own copy, or I'm sure it's streaming somewhere, probably Tubi. Seems to have everything else. Yep. So, yeah, that would be a way to go. So, as I always say at the end of every show, thank you once again for joining us. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Don't get trapped out in the desert with nuclear weapons, and please don't shoot at them. Because this is how we win.
Catch you later, folks.